did it go? You guys
Terribly. That's it. It's the end.
We hate each other already. The new partnership in between us? Yeah, I think it's going great. I don't know. Maybe you should ask this question when we're not doing the interview together.
No,
it's fine. No, it's really great. I'm very, very happy. I had a nice feeling about Alan, but I didn't really know him before we started working together, so it was a bit of a guess. But we just spent 2 weeks together working on the boat, trying to organize the whole program, and finishing with these 2 days at sea was just amazing. I think we work together pretty well. We have kind of maybe of the same way of seeing things. We are competitors, so we like to push our boats, but we try to be a bit patient because of course we don't know the boat so well. So yeah, I think it was, and we even had a bit of fun. So
Had a lot of fun.
so no, it was really nice, and we enjoyed our fastnet a lot. Yeah, to be honest, it was absolutely not our goal. We just wanted to complete the race, to get the miles, to secure our boat, because we were not sure about where we were standing. Like, is our boat okay to do this race? So yeah, finishing sixth is the icing on the cake, as you would say in English, and it's incredible. But we're still, the boat is amazing. Very. I can't wait to know more about her. Yeah, it's a her in English. We were quite humble about the final score, because it's you never know what's going to happen next. But it's such a great feeling to have all the boats so close together and to compete and to be actually racing and not just finishing the race. I think we couldn't be happier.
About your fastnet race as well. How was that? Not the easiest race to go and try new pairing and.
Yeah, luckily for me, I know the Solent like the back of my hand. I've grown up there, and I know the fastnet race, and I've been around the rock several, probably 20 plus times now. A bit too many. But the race, obviously, the weather forecast was tricky at the start. Our biggest concern was we had a boat that we had only ever sailed 4 or 5 hours on, so that was our big unknown factor. But in terms of the weather, I think we're both pretty experienced. We've both got a lot of experience now and seen a lot of weather, so we know how to handle the boat. Our biggest worry was damaging the boat that we had. We've got such a short period of time now to the Vendée Globe or even the Jacques Vabre later this year. But the race was really good. We had a good little classic upwind beat all the way to the rock, which got rid of, I think, a quarter of the fleet in general. So classic conditions, then a really nice blast back, and yeah, for us it was perfect. It's what we needed. It was a full shakedown test for the boat and test for our pairing to understand how we're going to work going forward.
Fantastic to have you back and to see you hit the ground running. Tell us a little bit about this brilliant campaign working together.
Thank you. Well, it happened very fast. The whole campaign was created in end of March, beginning of April. It was a bit of a bet at first because the investors on the boat started buying it when we had no sponsors. So it was a bit of a risk for Alex and the team, but I think we're happy now, and we had to take that risk to be able to exist today. For me, it was really having Alex Thompson's support was super important, not only for the organization, because I knew I couldn't do it by myself. It had to happen so fast that I couldn't do it by myself, but also for the support, the moral support. We are very different persons, but we share a vision, and that's very important for my project now. So yeah, and we finally had the boat with us in England by the beginning of May. And then we had to paint it and to put it all together, whereas we have no idea. Nobody knows this boat. Of course, it's been tested before. Charlie done an amazing job on it. But when you don't know the boats, technically, you have to guess everything. So it was a lot of work for the technical team to be able to be back at sea for the start of the fastnet. And we put the boats on the water only 2 weeks ago, and had only one proper day of training. So it was amazing that they managed to go through the whole job list so fast. Of course, we have still a lot of things to do, but it's always like that in our projects. They are very technical projects. So yeah, happened very fast. Happy team, a lot of work, a bit of a tired team too, but yeah, we're.
And for you to jump back in, not only to jump back into racing, but to jump back into skipping a campaign, and then I say with the lead partnership, how's that for you?
I was a bit, to be honest, I was a bit scared. Not by the sailing aspect, but I haven't been racing for 2 years, and you know, at some point you start wondering if you're still good at it, or if you're able to do it, because maybe you forget, you don't know, and I went through a pregnancy, so of course your body changes. So I was mainly worried. It's like, oh, maybe I'm doing all this fuss and now I'm not going to be happy at sea. What's going to happen? You know, you start wondering, and I'm this kind of person. So yeah, I was so happy to be happy at sea. I mean, it was the main thing for me, to know that I did not do all this for nothing. Yeah, very exciting to have this tool, this amazing platform that we have, this boat, and yeah, I think now in French we would say tourner la page. Like, I'm over the previous story, and now I can start a new thing. You know, like it's my project and our Vendée Globe campaign with L'Occitane and all the team, and it's good to be out of the mess.
How important was this race in that stage? You know, it's a huge fleet. It's an incredible fleet.
Yeah, well. The Fastnet is not a very long race compared to what we usually do, but it's so intense that it's worth maybe 10 days of training, you know, that you could do if you dock out every morning. It's really worth it. The fact that we had to work so hard to be at the start line, it was really worth it. That's what I told the team this morning, like, thank you for your job done, because for the work you've done, because it was really important to start the campaign, because, you know, I need to qualify for the Vendée Globe. That's the first miles I'm actually counting on my qualification score. So at last it's happening, and I've been waiting for this moment for so long now. I have a feeling of relief, you know, like, I'm a skipper again.
How intense is it now for you to get these miles in?
Yeah, it's quite intense. The thing is, it's going to define the next my state of mind during the next races, because I really need to finish all the races in which I participate. So the 4 transatlantic races, I need to finish them. And even though I want to compete very fiercely, I need to keep in mind the fact that I need to finish. Otherwise, I'm not counting as many miles as I could, and I need to qualify for the Vendée Globe. It's really a race in the race. So maybe sometimes, you know, it's a sport of compromise. So I maybe I will have to make choices at some point when I'm racing, and there is a second thing that we are working on at the same time, is that the goal for my next Vendée Globe is to compete, because I already done one Vendée Globe where the goal was to finish, and now I want to do something different. So we're focusing on finishing the races, and at the same time working very hard on performance. That's why Alan is here too. So we have a global vision of what we can do with the limited amount of time we have. So yeah, right now we're still creating everything, still discovering everything, but of course the qualification is a bit of a constraint. I think I had almost tears of joy in my eyes, like, because at some point I thought it was not going to be possible again. Of course, there are other things in life, so it's not everything in my life. But I really like it. So I was at the start I was really getting emotional. Like, I'm here again. I have the opportunity to race on those amazing boats. They really are special boats, and yeah, it's a big privilege.